Hey everyone, JCS Starcraft here, bringing you what I think is a ladder match possibly, or just a game between Silver as the blue Terran and Kiwiwaki as the Kiwiwaki. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but both players are Canadian. Silver recently kind of in the headlines of Starcraft 2 by defeating Hydra 2-0 and then winning the Intel Extreme Masters Series Cup 1 with a 3-2 win over Huck. And kind of a lot of people didn't really know where he came from, just came out of nowhere. I think he was pretty active in the beta. I read up on his interview, and he had played Warcraft 3 for a while and kind of just dove himself into Starcraft 2, and so kind of has some pretty innovative play. I think he's really famous for getting a lot of rage from Hydra, who is not very happy with Terran players these days. It seems like a lot of players feel that Terran might be a little imba, and they kind of want nerfs on Terran because, you know, there are a lot of Terran players who kind of are in the top once in a while. But still, he did play really, really well, and I think Hydra has beaten a lot of Terran players before. In his interview, Silver did definitely kind of have a good strategy about what Hydra was up to and kind of counter that. So who knows? But we'll see here. Now, Kiwiwaki, I cannot pronounce his name. I'm just going to call him Kiwi. Kiwi was definitely in the beta, had a few games, and recently is, I think, in the same division as Huck at the top. Right now, Silver just going for that gas, that 12 racks. Looks like he was 13 or 14 gas, trying to fend off Kiwi's probe here, Kiwi trying to harass Silver as much as possible. Silver opting not to build at his ramp right now, wants to defend his probe against Kiwi's, wants to defend his SCV against Kiwi's probe. Meanwhile, looking at Kiwi, it looks like we have probably going to go with a Cyber Core next. Yeah, going to get out that early Stalker, stop any sort of harassment right now too. Silver definitely has play that he was on Team Liquid a lot, read a lot of the strategies there. You can kind of see that, you know, he does certain plays against Protoss, but that Braddock used to use. He likes to get out that early ghost against Protoss once in a while. He did that against Huck, but also makes a really good transition and kind of tries to alter his strategies based on what his opponent is doing. Kiwi, on the other hand, I think I was looking him up. Right now is ranked really high on the StarCraft 2 ladder games. I think in the world he's number 6 right now. In the same division, I think, as Huck. So all these Canadian players really coming out and showing how really good they are. I know that Kiwi was a very strong Warcraft 3 player, and now making this transition, it seems like Silver was a strong Warcraft 3 player as well. And now Kiwi running that first Zealot in, kind of using it as a scout to see what's going on, but going to try to do some harass. So Silver's going to have to micro his Marines a little bit, try to take out that Zealot without losing too much right now. But looks like that Zealot's going to have to run through all this stuff, and those SCVs could probably surround at some point with that Marauder coming out. So meanwhile, it looks like Kiwi is going to get out a pretty fast Stalker, try to do some more harassment, because right now it looks like Silver only has that one Marauder. Gonna try to take out this refinery because it's really slowing him down on the gas if he's going to be teching up at some point. Really needs that gas if he's going to go Terran mech. But looks like he's going to have enough units now. Going to be taking it out. Meanwhile, Kiwi going to be setting up, looks like three gateway robo facility. One of the strategies from Protoss is you get the 3 gateways. You get that robotics facility so that you can pump out either Immortals, get the Observer up early, and sneaky Kiwi right now going to be throwing down a proxy gateway, trying to push some pressure onto Silver in the front. Silver, behind in gas, is just going to opt for getting the Hellions right now and just kind of bulking up on his units, getting that starport out. He's a little bit behind in supply, but we'll see whether or not he can defend this opening attack right now. Running in with this Hellion, so going to be able to do a little harassment, get the scout. He's going to see that robotics facility and probably respond to it, hopefully respond to it correctly. Really just getting that Hellion in to scout. Knows that he can't do much harassment, and knows that he'll lose it, so he's just going to run out. Now just taking his second gas. Meanwhile, Kiwi's going to start bulking up his forces. He has his gateways down, he has his warp gates down, and I think once he gets to some critical mass, he's probably going to do some sort of timing push in here. Silver is going to get out his medvac and really needs to get that gas going if he's going to be pumping out more of this Terran mech unit. So Kiwi has a small force, going to be moving across the map right now. And looking at their income tab, looks like Kiwi slightly ahead in the probe count. I think some of that early harassment might have taken some more time away from Silver, and Silver now catching up. Kiwi with the push on the front. Silver going to be throwing down that bunker, try to hold his front in. Looks like he's going to have enough forces to push this out, but Kiwi's just going to be hanging around in front here, kind of waiting for an opportunity. I like how Silver throws in the two Marauders into the bunker right now. Usually you just see a whole bunch of Marines in there, but those Marauders maybe are a little bit more menacing to the Protoss as they run in. Meanwhile, let's see what Kiwi's up to. Just going to be putting out the Twilight Council, possibly going to be researching Blink, or could be getting, now that he's going Zealots, maybe the speed upgrade for the Zealots. And meanwhile, Kiwi working on getting his siege tank out, needs to be able to hold this off. And right now, probably has like a fair trade battle between the two, but going to be pinned into his base, cannot take his expansion. We might see Kiwi take his expansion soon, knowing that he has trapped the Terran player. Now, with the Observer, is able to scout, and Silver now going to be trying to run his Hellions out and past everything, but Kiwi has this pylon there. It's going to be a spy at Silver now. Going to be dropping down. No, knows that he's been caught. It's going to retreat for the moment. So Silver with the, Kiwi with the great pylon placement there, able to defend and kind of scout out that Hellion drop. So we'll see now. Kiwi is going to be taking his expansion. Does feel that he's pretty comfortable and can kind of see that he is ahead of the Terran player. Right now, looking at the food count, we can see that Kiwi is behind. He's going to be taking this time. I don't think he thinks that the Terran's going to be making a push. Probably just be concentrating on taking out this pylon right now. And Kiwi now going to be running up the back. Silver does not like this proxy pylon there. Going to be taking it out. Can Kiwi come in time? No, won't be able to get much off, but that lone pylon going to be taken down by this Marauder who's trying to gain some sight on it from the medvac. Going to be running away. Just doesn't want that pylon there for any reason, scouting or proxy gating. Meanwhile, it looks like Kiwi's going to be going with the Templars and researching Psystorm right now. Kind of just holding off Silver unable to expand at this moment. Probably figures that his opponent is taking his expansion as well. Kiwi is behind in the farm count. I mean, Silver can't really do anything right now except build units really and just try to push his units out as much as possible. So, but I think we will see Kiwi start catching up as soon as he is able to saturate his expansion, and will have an economic advantage going into the mid game. Right now, I think Silver's just waiting for enough units to confidently push out. Doesn't realize that Kiwi is just pretty much all the way across the map. Kiwi does have a great eye on Silver, but Silver probably will be getting rid of that Observer pretty soon. Silver is pretty intelligent with his Ravens, does get them out. Doesn't want to give the Protoss a free map hack, which are these Observers just all around the base. And right now Kiwi, I'd say with probably more map control, able to contain his opponent in and pulling ahead in the economic advantage. Silver now pushing out, thinking maybe there's a ton of units waiting right there, but there are not. So we'll see whether or not, I'm not sure if Silver wants to establish his expansion before he makes a big push, or if he's just going to push it out right now. Looks like he's not. He wants to scout it out, see where his opponent is. Kiwi, seeing that Hellion come in, runs his probe away, so a great eye on the map and keeping an eye